Hey everyone, it's Jack here, TalkNorwichCity. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing very well. Norwich City take on Stoke City this weekend away from home, which if you're a Norwich City fan, that shouldn't mean good things, but it has done this season. Our away form has been far, far better than our home form. But we go up against the Stoke side who are second in the table. It means that we've played Middlesbrough who are top. We've got Stoke this weekend who are second. We've got Bristol City in a few weeks who are third. We've got a tough run ahead. You also throw into the equation, you've got an East Anglian derby in and amongst that as well. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult. And if you watched yesterday's video, you'll see me trying to unpick, get my head around, comprehend the injury crisis at the moment. And look, we'll get on to, still can't work out which way to point. We'll get on to that team shortly, which is slightly different to the one that I highlighted in yesterday's video. So if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. If you've been living under a rock, we're without Papa Amadou Diallo until at least 2026. Ben Krasene is out. Lucien Mahovo may well be back. Jeffrey Schlupp is out. Matthias Kvistgaarden is out. Basically, everyone is out. It's not ideal. And time is ticking in a way for both Norwich and Liam Manning. And I don't mean that in a completely, critical, life-ending way, but we're 15th in the table. We've had a couple of away wins and an away draw, nothing at home. It has been a tricky start to the season, and I think for most, we would have wanted to have seen at least some style of kind of football or a sign of progression moving forwards, and it's almost regressed. I think about the away performances at Portsmouth in the first half, Blackburn in the first half, like decent on paper, not a full 90-minute package, but decent in paper for those periods. And since that point, that Wrexham performance was absolutely appalling. So, this is, and I know I've said it, and I apologise for saying it, this is a big game this weekend against Stoke because... And I just look at this next run of fixtures. And actually, I kind of think back to when Chris and I recorded that podcast, that kind of emergency podcast after the sale of Marcelino Nunes. And we had, was it Portsmouth or Blackburn the following weekend? And we won that game, right? And leading into that, I was like, oh my goodness, this could really quickly unravel. But we won, and the mood was good for a couple of weeks. So... results heal everything. If we go and win against Stoke, no one cares about the injury to Papa Amadou Diallo. No one cares the injury to Matthias Kvistgaarden. Results heal things. Consistent results definitely heal things. But Stoke, West Brom, Ipswich, Bristol City is an incredibly tough run. And I don't want us to get into a position where you've had the defeat to Wrexham and maybe you don't win to Stoke and then it's a tricky midweek game against West Brom and then you've got to go to Portman Road. I don't want us to be in a position where it feels like critical at all times. I want some breathing room, right? Because this isn't a healthy state to be in to try and find progress. That's where I sit at the moment. So Stoke this weekend. Now, the team I put on screen yesterday was kind of in a similar system to what Liam Manning has been playing. I don't know why I felt fixed to that, because that system hasn't worked so far this season. So let's change it up a bit. Let's see what other options we've got. I've gone for a 4-3-1-2. I feel like I'm playing Football Manager at the moment. This feels like a slightly more defensive side. Now, you've lost Ante Cianats and you've lost Mate Jurisic out of it because I've taken the width out. And is that a huge loss? I don't know. Maybe Mate Jurisic was probably the best performer against Wrexham. That was a very low bar, but he had a good, hour and came up with an assist. But this looks slightly more solid for an away trip. Norwich have a lot, and I mean a lot, of central midfielders. So I've packed out that area. Miko Topic, Liam Gibbs, Jacob Wright. I think Liam Gibbs will get a start this weekend. I think Liam Manning really likes him. I said that before the start of the season, a couple of the comments that he'd made, but I think he really likes Liam Gibbs. I want to see the return of Jacob Wright. I think there's a player in there. We haven't seen the best of him so far this season. There were games last season where I thought he was excellent. So I want to see Jacob Wright in and around that starting 11. I've gone two up top. For me, Jovan Makama has to start. I've been really impressed with what I've seen from him so far this season. Of course, the goal helps, but Great to see him kind of really hitting the ground running. Who would have thought a proven EFL player proving himself in the EFL? Josh Sargent up top. And that kind of back four, I think Stacey, Medic and Darling certainly picked themselves. Part through performance, part through there's not really many other options. And the left back, well, I've stuck Kellen Fisher in there. It cannot be, and it won't be, Jose Cordoba. And that's not even necessarily a critique on Jose Cordoba. It's just we've got players that can play left back. Kellen Fisher being one of them. Kenny McLean, who I don't think will be fit this weekend, being another. Lucy Mahovo may well be back. He has been in training. So I think that back five kind of picks itself to a degree other than left back, depending on fitness. It's this section where there's a lot of debate. You've lost all of your width. Chris Garden's out. Papa Amadou Diallo's out. Amankwah Forson's out. I don't think Ante Cianats has been good enough, but he is an option. And I think there is a player in there. I'm just kind of bored of saying, I think there's a player in there. I don't want to be saying that. I don't want to be saying transition. I don't want to be saying evolving. I want players ready for the system, right? Harry Darling, proven championship player, brilliant. Jovan Makama, proven League One player, has made the step up. Yes, I'm all up for this fancy recruitment. Yes, I'm up for picking out a gem here and there. But when your whole team is full of them, it gets so frustrating, right? And yes, some of them work straight away. Vladan Kovacevic has been absolutely brilliant. Mirko Topic has shown signs. But with Papa Amadou Diallo, with Forson and Amankwah, with Ante Cianats, with Matej Jurisic, the list goes on. And I've already named 20 million quid there. We've not seen enough. And that's the frustration. And that is where Ben Napper has to take responsibility. To an extent, Liam Manning, with the system, and some of the players I named there were his players, but it's a collective, right? The recruitment, the style, the aura around the place is a collective, and that has to get better. A big thank you, as always, to BetMate for sponsoring these preview videos. Loads of you have been playing so far this season, and here is the thing, right? It's free. It's completely free. I wouldn't have joined up with BetMate if they weren't offering free pots to you guys. There is £100 guaranteed to be given away to TNC viewers each and every Norwich City game. The pot this week, if you go on the app, type in TNC-07, you pick your 7-a-side team for this weekend's game, and then it's kind of fantasy football based point scoring, goals, assists, touches, tackles, the list goes on. It's brilliant. It's fun to play. You can follow along. It updates in real time. I absolutely love it. I play it outside of just the TNC games as well. BetMate, links in the description. You've got to be 18 plus. You've got to gamble aware. The code is TNC07. Get involved. If you don't like it, well, it's free of charge and you haven't got to play next week. But loads of you have been returning. So there we go. Stoke, really tough test this one. They've started the season well. They've got a good team. They've got a good manager. And they are going to be absolutely bang up for this. I suspect for most teams, they're looking at Norwich and they're absolutely licking their lips at the moment. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For me, there's a couple of objectives that I want to see from this weekend's game. And they are, number one, find a system that is just has a bit more cohesion, right? That we can keep possession. My goodness, how bad have we been at keeping possession so far this season? Keep the ball, retain the ball. Good things happen when you're doing that, right? Get a system that gets the best out of Sargent and even Makama. The chances haven't been there in the last few weeks. And my goodness, please get a system where if you've got the whole left side completely injured, who's going to slot in? Maybe it's this team, maybe it's not. I think the team sheet might come out at the weekend and I go, oh my goodness, I didn't see that one coming. Liam Manning's got a task on his hands. And for this feels like the start of kind of chapter 1.1, right? We've had the first 6-7 games, if you include the cup. 8 games. This is chapter 1.1. This is where it gets tough. This is where the lads dig in. And if I was Liam Manning, I said it on the podcast, right? I'd be going in that dressing room and I'd be looking them in the eyes and going, I signed you, 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 right? You believe in me. Well, go out there and show me something. Because if you don't perform in the next 4 games and we don't win in the next 4, there is a genuine risk that I won't be your head coach going forwards. And then good luck for whoever your next gaffer is, because they might not rate you. But I do. So go out there and perform. That's what I'd be saying if I was Liam Manning, because I do think that if these next 4, 5, 6 games don't go well, the Atenasios, Norfolk's Holdings Group, will be looking at this going, we've got to change, because we heard them in pre-season, top 6 is the objective. Simple as that. Thanks for watching. Bet, mate. Links in the description. See you all very soon. Bye-bye.